in the hope that somebody will come along and say, there's money in this, let's support Meghan and her as ever brand.
Sparked it. I thought that was just such a disgrace. I thought she behaved so badly, and Harry too.
And she targeted, there's no doubt, she targeted Harry and found someone who was a childhood friend of his who could introduce.
Picture this, a quiet morning in California. The sun's barely up, light spilling slowly across Meghan Markle's $14 million Montecito mansion. Coffee's still warm on the counter when her phone suddenly lights up with non-stop alerts. Message after message, call after call. Something big has just dropped. Renowned author and journalist Tom Bower has reportedly released a major new claim, and the internet can't stop buzzing about it. Inside sources say Meghan is keeping things private for now, while the public tries to make sense of the latest headlines. And let's be clear, Tom Bower isn't just anyone. He's a seasoned journalist with decades of experience investigating some of the world's most powerful figures, including major business leaders and high-profile personalities. His work has always sparked attention, and this time it's no different.
You write in the book, Harry must be nuts. This is one of the text messages his friends were sending around to each other after Meghan's first introduction to Harry's friends in 2017 during a shooty weekend at Sandringham. You know, Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content. There are rumors that her As Ever launch wasn't as successful as she considered it. Critically, With Love, Meghan was not a success.
Tom Bower is known for tackling stories others won't touch. His investigations are direct, detailed, and often stir intense public discussion. When he writes about someone, it usually sparks major attention across the media world. His previous book, Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, reportedly caused a strong reaction when it was released. Headlines filled the news, and conversations about his claims spread quickly among royal watchers and readers everywhere. Now, Bower has reportedly taken things a step further, focusing on new details from Meghan's earlier Hollywood years. While none of these claims are confirmed, the release has once again drawn widespread curiosity and debate, showing just how much public interest his work continues to generate. Bower's new focus reportedly looks at Meghan's early Hollywood journey, long before the fame and royal spotlight. It was the stage of constant auditions, long days, and tough competition in an industry known for its challenges. Success in that world often depends on timing, connections, and opportunity. According to Bower's reported findings, Meghan's path to recognition may have included a few unexpected turns. Some industry observers have suggested that certain opportunities appeared faster than anticipated, though none of these claims are confirmed. Still, the story has sparked fresh curiosity about how her career truly began. Reports suggest that some of Meghan's early career opportunities seemed to appear quickly, which has caught attention in entertainment circles. The version of her journey being discussed now appears different from what the public has long heard. According to Bower's alleged sources, there are claims that certain professional connections may have helped her along the way, though none of this is verified. Some accounts also suggest that a few early acquaintances felt left behind as her career advanced, adding more layers to her story.
It was happening over the long term, and it's not healthy to have these stories of rivalry, and to split the foundation was absolutely unnecessary.
Bower reportedly presents this as a portrait of determination and ambition, showing how Meghan's rise from aspiring actress to global public figure may have been more complex than it first appeared. Bower reportedly went even further in his latest claims, suggesting that Meghan may have adjusted parts of her personal story after meeting Prince Harry, shaping her image to align with her new royal role. According to these reports, she refined details of her background to create what some describe as a more polished public narrative. One section of Bower's work allegedly describes Meghan as carefully crafting a modern, relatable image, one that fits the royal fairy tale many came to recognize. These claims, while unverified, have sparked major discussion online. Sources close to the situation reportedly say Meghan was deeply upset by the level of personal information included, suggesting that some details may have come from people once within her circle. For someone known for managing her public image closely, this development was said to be especially difficult. Reports suggest that Meghan is known for wanting to stay fully informed and in control of how her story is presented. But this time, that wasn't possible. With Bauer's book, she reportedly had no influence over the narrative, and that lack of control was said to be difficult for her.
You can't trust Meghan and Harry. That's the point. Even if you think you've got a deal, and that I don't believe that is possible, but if you think you have, the palace will be shocked that they will renege immediately because they have no advantage of reconciliation. They've got no advantage of ending their vendetta.
According to unnamed sources, Meghan's team allegedly tried to understand who may have spoken with Bauer, since the book included personal details that appeared to come from people once close to her. These claims, while unverified, created a wave of public interest and speculation. Observers say the book's release challenged the carefully built public image Meghan had maintained for years, raising questions about how her story has been told over time. And while all this unfolded, attention began turning toward how Prince Harry was reacting to the situation. Sources claim Prince Harry hasn't been entirely calm since word of Bauer's new book began circulating. Reports suggest he's been concerned about how it might affect the image and projects he and Meghan have built in California. Their U.S. ventures have reportedly faced challenges, from the mixed reception of their Netflix content to the conclusion of their Spotify partnership. Media outlets have also suggested that Meghan's rumored lifestyle brand hasn't yet gained major traction, though it's still early in its development. For years, the couple has promoted a message of authenticity and openness through interviews and documentaries. But with Bauer's latest claims hitting headlines, that narrative is reportedly being questioned by some commentators. Whether those doubts last or not, the attention around this new release has definitely reignited global discussion about the couple's public image.
Who she could, so I sent off dozens and dozens of emails to her friends, and most of them didn't even reply.
Commentators suggest that if the public starts questioning the couple's authenticity, it could be a serious image challenge. The timing is especially tough. Their California projects have faced hurdles, and media interest has cooled compared to the excitement surrounding their initial move to the U.S. Now, with Bauer's book circulating fresh claims, attention on them has reportedly intensified once again. Every public appearance and statement is being closely analyzed through this new lens. For Harry, who once spoke about wanting a quieter and more independent life away from royal pressures, the renewed spotlight likely feels overwhelming. According to reports, he's aware of how quickly public narratives can shift. And this latest wave of scrutiny is a reminder of just how intense that cycle can become. Instead of the peaceful new beginning they hoped for, reports say Meghan and Harry are once again at the center of major media attention. And this time, without royal support behind the scenes.
Up their whole thing, went way too hard on we're victims, and they assessed the mood of their generation and America correctly in that we are lovers of victimhood.
Yeah.
But America did finally find a way to say, you know what, we love victims, but you two, we've just...
Bauer's latest claims reportedly explore Meghan's complicated relationship with her father, Thomas Markle. While Meghan has publicly shared her side, describing a loss of trust and distance following media controversies, Bauer suggests there may be additional perspectives on how that relationship changed. None of these claims are confirmed, but they've sparked strong public discussion. According to the book, Meghan has been skilled at managing how her story is perceived, carefully shaping her public image through interviews and appearances. Bauer's work allegedly questions whether some parts of that family narrative were adjusted for presentation. Though again, these are only reported claims. Bauer's reported claims don't portray Thomas Markle as perfect, but they do suggest the story of his fallout with Meghan may be more complex than the public version we've heard. According to these accounts, both sides might have played a role in the breakdown of their relationship, though none of this is confirmed. Bauer's work also points out that Meghan's public image has often included themes of resilience and independence, shaped in part by her family experiences. If new interpretations of that story emerge, it could shift how some people view her overall narrative. Beyond the family aspect, Bauer is reportedly revisiting Meghan's entire journey. from her early Hollywood career to her global recognition as a public figure.
It's ludicrous. It's all about her. And this extraordinary interview with Serena Williams, where the first 11 minutes is all about her, and not about this phenomenal tennis
Serena
champion.
Williams.
I mean, so that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And who'd want to put herself or himself, as always, women. I mean, she does have this strange distrust, I think, of men.
His book questions how much of her rise was natural evolution versus strategic image building, suggesting she's been exceptionally skilled at managing her public persona, a talent that's drawing major attention once again. Social media is buzzing with conversations about Bauer's latest claims. Users are reportedly revisiting Meghan's past interviews and public appearances, comparing old comments to what's being discussed now. Online discussions highlight perceived inconsistencies, though much of it remains speculation rather than verified fact. What's striking is that even some longtime supporters appear to be pausing their defense as questions circulate about how much of Meghan's story may have been shaped for the public eye. Still, many fans continue to stand by her, pointing out that public figures often face unfair scrutiny. Meanwhile, British media outlets are giving the story extensive coverage, publishing new pieces analyzing Bauer's reported findings and what they could mean for Meghan's reputation. With headlines filling front pages and social platforms, it's clear that interest in her story and the truth behind it hasn't slowed down one bit. Media outlets are dissecting every new detail from Bauer's book, and discussions online are non-stop. Behind the scenes, reports suggest the atmosphere around Meghan's Montecito home has been tense as her team works to manage the growing attention. According to insiders, staff and PR advisors are focused on controlling the narrative and preparing responses to the latest wave of headlines. Meetings, calls, and strategy sessions are said to be happening constantly as they try to protect Meghan's public image amid the ongoing speculation. Sources claim Meghan has told close friends she feels overwhelmed by the scrutiny and surprised by how personal some of the claims have become. For someone who's long emphasized maintaining privacy and composure, the situation reportedly feels like an intense challenge, especially as the public begins questioning parts of the story she's worked hard to present. When the latest news about Bauer's book began to spread, reports say Meghan was quickly alerted by friends and her team. Notifications and calls reportedly came in non-stop as the details reached her inner circle. According to insiders, her PR and management teams immediately went into action, organizing calls and meetings to assess the situation and decide how to respond. It was described as a fast-moving and stressful moment, with everyone focused on understanding what information had been shared. Sources claim Meghan appeared deeply unsettled, reportedly questioning how Bauer had gathered such specific details. While none of this has been confirmed publicly, it's clear that the release of the book has created significant pressure behind the scenes, prompting Meghan's team to strategize carefully on how to manage the growing media attention. Reports suggest Meghan was deeply surprised by how much personal detail appeared in Bauer's book, information that, according to sources, seemed far beyond what's publicly available. Insiders claim she was especially unsettled by the idea that some of the insights may have come from people once close to her, adding to the tension surrounding the release. Bauer's research reportedly explores not only Meghan's Hollywood years and family dynamics, but also her earlier life, including her education and early career experiences. These sections have fueled online discussions about how her story has evolved over time. Sources from her past are said to have shared perspectives that differ from Meghan's own accounts, though none of these claims are verified. Still, the contrast between her earlier image and her current public persona has become a major talking point, with many curious about which version reflects the full picture. Reports suggest that some people who knew Meghan in her earlier years have described events differently from how she's shared them publicly, sparking renewed curiosity about her background. Observers say this has created concern for Meghan, who's long been known for carefully managing her story and public image. According to sources, Bauer's book includes personal accounts and anecdotes that seem too specific to have come only from public sources. That's led to speculation about who might have spoken with him, though nothing has been confirmed. Some media reports claim possible input from former colleagues or acquaintances from her Hollywood and royal years, but again, these are only theories. What's clear is that the uncertainty surrounding these sources has amplified interest in Bauer's work and raised new questions about how much of Meghan's story the public truly knows. Speculation is growing about who might have shared personal insights with Tom Bauer for his book. And some reports suggest Meghan is especially concerned that someone within her family may have contributed information. None of this has been confirmed, but the idea alone has fueled intense online discussion. Thomas Markle's name has been mentioned in media conversations, as parts of the book reportedly include detailed descriptions of family moments that only close relatives might know. Sources claim Meghan has been reaching out to people close to her, trying to understand how so much private detail became public. At the same time, Meghan's half-sister Samantha has reportedly been active online, posting vague messages that some interpret as connected to the situation, though their meaning remains unclear. Whatever the truth, the question of who spoke to Bauer has become one of the most talked-about mysteries surrounding the book's release. Sources say Prince Harry has been struggling with the ongoing media attention surrounding his wife. On one hand, he reportedly wants to protect Meghan, but on the other, he's said to be growing weary of the constant scrutiny. What was meant to be a peaceful California life has turned into a cycle of renewed public interest and speculation. Insiders describe the atmosphere at home as tense, with both feeling the pressure from repeated headlines and new claims surfacing. Reports even suggest more writers and producers are exploring Meghan's Hollywood years, adding to their stress. For Meghan, who's long been known for maintaining a carefully shaped public image, the attention has reportedly been difficult. Observers say she's facing one of her biggest challenges yet, watching years of storytelling and branding questioned in real time as new narratives continue to emerge. Public discussions around Meghan's image are intensifying. People aren't just revisiting one story or event, they're re-examining her entire public narrative, from interviews to speeches about authenticity. What was once viewed as inspiring is now being analyzed through a more skeptical lens. Experts suggest that Meghan's biggest challenge right now isn't any one critic or journalist, but the ongoing debate about how her story aligns with the image she's built. While she continues to manage her public brand, reports say the growing scrutiny is testing how much control she truly has over her own narrative. Whether this moment becomes a setback or a turning point remains to be seen, but one thing's certain: the world is watching closely. If you want to stay updated on the latest celebrity stories and behind-the-scenes insights, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new breakdown.